Throughout this learning opportunity, we will focus on examples of scaffolds that already exist within EL education lessons, using Lesson 4 from Grade 6, Module 1, Unit 1, as well as determine where additional scaffolding may be necessary in order to meet the needs of your students. In this video, we will be focusing on Lesson 4 in Module 1, Unit 1, titled Inferring About Character, Getting to Know Percy, Chapters 1 and 2. Each EL lesson breaks the lesson down into sections: the opening, work time, and closing. EL provides scaffolds within each section of the lesson to support students who may need additional assistance. In this opening, students are being given an entrance ticket comprehension quiz to check their understanding of their first read of Chapter 2. One simple scaffold provided by EL is the possibility of providing certain students with the questions ahead of time so they have an opportunity to focus on the questions during their reading. As we move into the work time portion of the lesson, EL has provided a few other scaffolds within the instruction. One support in the instruction is completing a read-aloud rereading of a short section of Chapter 1. Another scaffold is the use of the Think, Pair, Share strategy, as this gives students an opportunity to hear ideas from their peers and formulate their own response. The instruction also guides students through the first example on the challenge response chart. Finally, the EL lesson identifies the confusion ELL students may face with their understanding of the word challenge. Explaining that a challenge in this case is referring to a problem or a difficulty might help those students who are still learning the English language. As students continue through the work time, they listen to another read aloud of a small section of the text. After this reading, they are then asked to go back and read the section independently to find examples of challenges Percy faces and how he responds to them. They are asked to hold off on completing the last column of the chart. By chunking the material in sections, their work is being scaffolded, and the more difficult task of identifying the inference is being completed later in their groups. The EL lesson suggests pulling a small group of students who might benefit from listening to the text again, in addition to finding the needed evidence before returning to their triads for discussion. The lesson closes with an exit ticket, which asks students to answer the question, how has the author helped us get to know Percy so far? Students are asked to write in complete sentences and to use evidence from the text to support their thinking. This exit ticket lends itself to the scaffold of providing sentence frames for students who may need additional support completing this task. Students' homework is to read Chapter 3. Providing students the option to listen to an audio version while they follow along in their books may be an appropriate scaffold for some students. Some additional scaffolds that have been created for your use are linked to this slide. In this document, you will see the entrance ticket comprehension quiz, which may be provided early to some students, the original challenge and response chart, the scaffolded version of the chart with some of the information filled in for students, the answer key provided by EL. You will also see the original exit ticket, as well as the scaffolded version, with provided sentence frames for students who need support with their writing and organization of their ideas.